Assalamu alaikum guys, I hope you're doing great. Today I'm back again with a new video. It's our second lesson, which is about making suggestion. I heard most of the students, they are saying making suggestion. It's not suggestion, guys. It's suggestion is American. It's suggestion here, it's suggestion. Let's see, why, teacher? T-I-O-N in English is pronounced as sh sound. This is a symbol of sh. Sh, sh. Yeah, it's sh. But whenever you see S plus T-I-O-N, in that case, that T is pronounced as as ch sound. It's as ch sound. It's ch. For example, suggestion, not suggestion, suggestion. Okay? Be careful about that. Suggest is a verb and suggestion is a noun form. And maybe you will ask me, teachers, what is that? What is that? This is ing sound. For example, you say sing, it's ing sound. Let's see how we make these sounds in English. Whenever you have N, let's see, it's N, it's not N, it's an N after so many strokes. Yeah, this one is N. Whenever you see N plus K, G, or X, you have to pronounce this as what? As ing sound. This is ing sound. It's not n, it's ing, ing. Just like what? For example, this is for bank. It's bank, bank. Yeah? Of course. How about J? Whenever you have, for example, sing, it's ng, ing, ing. Yeah, it's sing, sing. That's right. How about this one, teacher? Do we have any NX in English? Yes, of course. In Unit 2, we have anxious. Here, that NX is pronounced as ing sound. Anxious, anxious, just like that. Whenever you see, as I told you, N, G, N plus K, N plus G, N plus X. In that case, we have that symbol in English. Okay? We have that sound in English. And also we have some exceptions. Like what? For example, just like it's orange. Guys, it's orange. And also we can say arrange. Here, it's some exceptions that you have to be careful. That ng doesn't make ing sound. Okay? It's an exception. Be careful. Exception. Okay, let's talk about the rules. Here we have making suggestion. How to suggest to your friend. For example, you suggest something to your friends. For example, you may say, let's go out tonight. Let's go out tonight. It's a suggestion. For example, let's study. It's a suggestion. It's between your friends. How about, for example, using what about and why not? It's the same. We have four rules for suggestions. Let's write down some of them and let's explain it for you. We recognize this lesson by two signs. The first one is a question mark. The second one is what? It's a full stop. What is that, teacher? Yes, let's see. Whenever we have a question mark in the end of the sentence, we have to use why not, and most of you, they are doing wrong in that case. It's what about? What about? Here. Do you think it's what about? Most of you I mean, those students, they are preferring American accent, they say, what about? Yeah, it's what about, right, for speaking. But in British, it's what? It's O sound. Guys, be careful. It's not a sound. It's not what, it's what. What. Just like say, whenever you see, let me tell you something. Whenever you see W plus A, that A in English is pronounced as O. In British accent, I mean. In British accent, we say wo, wo, wo. Let's write down some example. For example, it's just like saying water. It's water. It's not water. It's water. Water. It's W plus A. It's gonna be or sound, okay? Whenever you have W plus A, it's water. And also, let's say we have a wall. Here, why don't you say wall? It's a wall. And also we have a ball, okay? Sorry, ball is not, consists of W, okay? We have so many words with W plus A. For example, war, yeah? Let's say it's W plus, for example, A. That A is pronounced as O, that R is pronounced as just like that, it's war, okay? But let's see, why should I pronounce this word as what? Because the W is, for example, the H letter is silent. That's why it's W plus A. In that case, we have to say what about, okay? We have to say what about. I think it's clear too. I hope it's clear for you. And let's write down the rules except of the sounds. And we have a question mark here. Why not plus what about? And how about the full stop mark? Here, let's see. Whenever we have the full stop, in that case, I have to use let's. And also I can use I suggest. Okay? It's an I suggest. And let's see. Guys, I'm gonna give you a fast way for it. We have 4 rules. We use base with 3 of them. For example, we use base with why not? It's a base. How about let's? Also, we can say it's a base. How about I suggest? I can say it's a base. It's a base, but before that base, you have to use a subject here. For example, you have to use you and we. I suggest you play football. I suggest we stay here. I suggest you stay here. This is a suggestion. Do we have anything else? Yes, of course. Here we can write down, for example, that. That is an optional word here. We can use that in this case. I suggest that you, for example, stay here. This is with that. But if I delete this one, I suggest you stay here. It does make sense, yes? Of course. Here, that is what? That is optional. Okay? That is optional. And we use base with why not. We use base with let's, and also we use base with I suggest. But before that base, you have to have you and we. You and we before that. How about what about? For what about, we have to use ing form, and also a noun or a noun phrase. Okay? We can say noun or noun phrase in English. Do we have anything else? As a note, yes, of course. What's the abbreviation of let's? It's let us. It's not let is. Okay? If you see let is, it's wrong. It's let us. Be careful about that. It's a let us. It's not let is. And also we have an important note here. Which one includes the speaker? Whenever you have any question like that, which one of these consists of, or we can say includes the speaker? Here, let's and I suggest we plus base. This one includes the speaker. It has speaker. Be careful about that. Let's and I suggest we, it includes the speaker. Be careful about that. Let's is the simplest form of suggestion. How about I suggest? I suggest is the formal, okay? I suggest is the formal suggestion. Whenever somebody asks you or asks you about which one is the most formal, you have to say I suggest is the most formal suggestion. In British, they say formal. Yeah, it's formal. I hope it's clear for you guys. And let's do some examples and let's see, write down some notes for you. If it's a question mark in the end of the words, you can choose what about ing or noun, or you can say why not plus base. Whenever you see a full stop, you can choose I suggest you we plus base, or you can say let's plus base within the options. Let's see how to identify and how to determine the correct and incorrect answer in this chapter or in this lesson. Let's say, whenever you see why not, you have to see that if it's followed by base or not. Yes, it's followed by base. Yes. Why not is a question mark. Question mark. Yes, we have a question mark. But if you say why not plus base without question mark, that one is wrong. How about, for example, how about this case? Why not plus ed, ing, pp, and verb past plus s? This one is wrong. However, if you have, for example, a question mark, in that case it's wrong because it's why not plus ed, it's wrong, it's not allowed. Be careful. How about b? Whenever you have what about, what should I do in that case? You have to write down an ing form of you have a noun phrase or noun. Here, it's what about. If you see what about plus base s, ed, pp, this one is wrong. The first option is right. What about plus ing or noun? Yes, it's right. Do we have a question mark? Yes, we have. That's why A is right. How about if I have what about plus ing and noun, but here we don't have a question mark. That's why this one is wrong. How about C? As I told you, we have an abbreviation for let's. It's let us. Whenever we have let's or let us plus base and in the final position of the sentence, if we have full stop, that's why C is right. But if you see let's plus base with the question mark, this option is wrong. If you see it's wrong. If you see let's plus, for example, ing, pp, or ed, this one is wrong. Okay? How about I suggest? I suggest you we plus base. And the full stop, yes, we have, it's right. But if you have, for example, I suggest you we plus ed, ing, and verb past, this option is wrong. If you have I suggest with question mark, this is wrong again. Here, we have some examples for this one, for the activity book. Here we have some exercise. Let's do them together. And the first one, it's a blank visit the tourist office to get more information. If we see the final position of the sentence, we have a question mark. And whenever we have a question mark, I have to use why not and what about. Let's see after the blank. Here it's a visit. Visit, it's a base. That's why I have to say why not. Okay? Why not visit the tourist office to get more information? Number 2, blank meet at 12. Here we have what? A full stop. I should say I suggest and let's. If you see this one, it's meet, it's a base. I have to say let's. Okay? Let's meet at 12. Why didn't I, for example, use I suggest? Because we don't have subjects, you and we. Number 3, it's a blank, you go to the museum if you have time. Here we have what? We have a full stop. And before that, I can use, for example, I suggest and let's. If I see after the blank, it's you. That's why I say I suggest. I say I suggest go to the museum. Number 4, we have a blank here, going for a walk in Central Park with me. This is a question mark. And I have to use why not and what about. If you see here, it's an ing form. It's going. Here it's an ing, that's why I have to say what about or what about. Let's change it to, change your accent to British. Let's say what about. Yeah, it's what about. Just like that. Number 5, blank keep an afternoon free for seeing the sights of New York. Here we have what? We have a question mark. That's why I have to use why not and what about. See, after the blank, it's keep. Keep it's a base. That's why I have to say it's why not. It's what? It's why not. Guys, and here we have so many examples and notes here, which about how to make a suggestion to your friend, to somebody in English, or someone in English. And if I suggest you to do something, for example, if I suggest you, I'm gonna say, let's study for tomorrow together. What's that? It's a suggestion. In that time, you may agree, and sometime you may disagree. If you agree, you would say, great, good, fantastic. Great, good, fantastic. This is an agreement, and also we have a disagreement. Okay, it's not disagreement, it's disagreement. It's sound. Agree, this is the symbol of agree, and we have agreement. And if we disagree, we say, maybe not. Okay, guys, it's maybe not. Okay, without space. It's maybe not. I don't think so. Yes. And also say, I am not sure. We have three cases. If somebody disagrees to a suggestion, maybe they say, for example, I don't think so, maybe not, and I am not sure. How about if a person is agree or accept an approval? And in that case, maybe the person say, it's a good idea, great idea, and fantastic idea. We have abbreviation for them. We can say it's a GF. Whenever somebody is agree, we have to say, maybe he said, great idea. This G, for example, this letter refers to what? Good idea. This one is for great idea. That F is for what? Is fantastic idea. Okay? Great, good, and fantastic idea. We can use that for the agreement, for the accept, for the approval, suggestion. How about, for example, disagreement? We have so many words that describes disagreement. The first one, don't agree. If you don't agree, if you disagree, if you disapproval, or if you refuse, this one, it's a big R. It's R, refuse. When you ask for example, a person, they may say refuse, I'm sorry. It means I'm gonna give you a big R, okay? And let's do some examples together, which about the first one. It's a long way to the zoo, blank, take a taxi. Here we have the suggestion, and this is a question mark. That's why I put out, for example, I suggest and let's, why not, and I take away, for example, let's and I suggest. And this is why not and what about. If I say here we have a base form, that's why I have to say why not. What about is wrong here. And let's do some examples. For example, come here to the number 5. Draw a portrait of our Metrid Peshmerga. Okay, we have what? It's a full stop. Is it a full stop? Yes, it's a full stop. I have to say why not? No, why not? It's for the question form. B, it's let's. Yes, I can say. Do we think I have to say must have without subject? No, it's wrong. And how about D? Yes, I suggest it's right. But where is, for example, the subject? Where is the subject? I suggest you and we. Without subject is wrong, that's why B is right. Let me give you a very, very important note for you. I think most of you didn't know about that, and unfortunately, I think most of the teachers they are not gonna say that note to the students. Let's see, guys. If we have I suggest without subject, we have to suggest in English. The first one it's in unit 1. It's I, for example, suggest. Let's say this is the note. Write down on your pamphlets or your books. Whenever you see I suggest, we have two types of suggest. In unit 1, we have, after suggest, we have to write down you and we plus base. But in unit 7, we have another suggest. For example, if in unit 7 said, I suggest, if we don't have subject, okay? If we don't have subject, I suggest is one of the infinitive verbs that takes ing. For example, I suggest eating an apple. This is right. I suggest you eat an apple. Yeah, it's right. Whenever we don't have subject, after suggest, you have to write down ing. You have to write down ing. That suggest takes ing form. But whenever you have subject, in that case, you have to write down base. You and we plus base is right. Okay? You and we plus base is right. Let's see and let's do an example. For example, number 8. My father can't do the work alone and it's a blank, help him. Why not? Just try to say this is a full stop. Why not? Is wrong. It's not it's a question mark. What about? It's a question mark. And let's, yes, it's a base. I suggest, why D is wrong? Because it's a help. Help is a base. We don't use suggest with help without, we don't use suggest with base without we and you. That's why D is wrong. How about C? C is the right answer. If I change this verb into ing, if I say helping, okay? If I say helping, in that case, I suggest is right, according to unit 7, because suggest is one of the infinitive verbs that takes ing. That's why if I say my father can't do the work alone, blank, helping him. In that case, may you see, for example, this is a question mark, this one is wrong, this one is wrong, and I suggest. Oh, what's that? We don't have ing. According to unit 7, just try to think about that. Just try to think. Helping in unit 7, whenever we have suggest, yes, it takes ing. But if you have subject, in that case, you have to write down subject, okay? Let's see, for example, this one. Number 13, give the players another chance. Let's see, this is a question mark. With question mark, we take out the, with full stop, sorry, we take out why not and what about. Here we have give. What's give? Give is a base. Here we have to use let's. I suggest why I suggest is wrong because I suggest has to form. If we have you and we, it must have base. Here we don't have you and we. That's why I suggest is wrong. According to unit 7, I suggest takes ing. That's why here, if we have ing here, I suggest is the right. That's why B is wrong. D is the right answer. Guys, we have so many questions, I think. I'll leave that for you as an exercise, but let me explain that some of the questions from the last year. 28, it's very hot in the hall. When the hall is very hot, what should you do? What about opening the window? I think it's a right suggestion because we have what about and open takes ing, opening the window. And also we have a question mark. B, why not turn on the fan? Here, it's why not, yes, it's right. Turn is a base, and this one is a question mark. That's why B is wrong here. Sorry for that, it's not wrong. What's wrong with me? Okay, it's a question mark, yes. Why not turn on the fan? Yes, you have to turn on the fan because the room is hot. You have to turn on. C, let's have a drink of cold water. Yes, we need a cold water to that case. D is the right answer. All are correct. Number 28, this is our, for example, this is the first term of 2023. Tomorrow is my birthday. Somebody says that. It's a blank, join my birthday party. Let's see here, it's a question mark. With question mark, we will take out let's and I suggest. And how about what about and why not? Here, join is a base form. That's why I have to say why not saying, for example, what about. Okay, guys? Here we have finished our lesson. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you'll learn a lot. Until the next video, I'm back again to you. And I have a surprise for you, inshallah. Until the next video, I hope you subscribe my channel and like and subscribe. Here we have finished our lesson. Until the next video, I'm gonna see you soon.